How can we co-create the community we want to live in? A community centered on reciprocal relationships where we care for each other and the land. A community of justice, dignity, and belonging. Conversations for Change was a series of community discussions where we explored the many ways people are already creating this world together. Here are a few of the examples that inspired us.
Welcome to our repair.
Times get rougher, we're going to need each other more, and we're working to build resilience.
Bike buses are very similar to walking school buses, where it's an active way for children and families to get to school using their feet or on two wheels or however.
We try to think beyond just providing for the food needs of the community, but also what are the movement needs of the community.
Kanawaita ne gaso o tahioni ni wagishoda gaya kono ni wakwenzoda. My Ongohoe name is Kanawaita. My English name is Denise Miller. I'm from the Cayuga Nation Wolf Clan, and I'm the founder and project manager of Revitalizing Our Sustenance.
We need to be taking care of the seeds that our ancestors took care of Indigenous-led, is that if we are going to turn around what's happened to our planet, that work needs to be informed by relationship, by reciprocity, by reconciliation, by the values that live at the heart of the Indigenous way of knowing and living with the planet.
Are nonprofit organizations that acquire and manage land at the direction of their membership, which is typically open to residents and other stakeholders. That membership decides on what their community needs and uses their land to address those needs. A community land trust can serve as a way for all members of a community to have a say over its future, not just those who can afford to buy property. The first community land trust, called New Communities Inc., was formed by civil rights activists in the 1960s. Their mission was to provide stable housing and farming land for Black residents in Georgia who were being evicted and persecuted for participating in the civil rights movement. In Vancouver, a new community land trust is being used to right historical wrongs. As the city prepares to tear down these viaducts, part of the lands left over will be leased to the Hogan's Alley Society, a community land trust for the city's Black community, many of whom were displaced by the construction of these viaducts in the 60s. Today, that community land trust plans to develop housing, shops, and a Black cultural center on their new property. And in Owen Sound, Ontario, a community land trust is working to address both the housing and climate crises. The Glassworks Cooperative holds 46 acres of land in a community land trust and plans to use that land to build a net zero community with affordable housing.